Hello everyone and welcome back to the MN Homestead. Today I am again filming from our house in the cities as we prepare for our Boundary Waters adventure. I've already filmed a video about everything we pack for our cooking gear and all of that. Today I want to tell you a little bit about how we pack for ourselves. So I'm going to go over a couple of different things from the tent to the sleeping systems and what kind of clothes we pack. So first and very important item is sleeping bag. We use Mummy sleeping bags because they are nice and cozy. We use ones that go down to temperatures of about 20 degrees. We don't do a lot of winter camping, but those will keep us nice and snuggly unless we decided to go out in the crazy Minnesota winter that we had this past year of actual temperatures of 30 degrees below. So we have that. We do have nice blow-up pillows. I am not going to take it out because I always fight with it quite a bit to get it back in here, but those are really nice. And then we do also have some really nice sleeping mats. So these are a Q-Core and they're very puffy, very comfortable, but they don't weigh very much at all and they're nice and compact. So it's a big plus for us. We just got these last year. Super excited about it. They were a great find. So to get all of this into a much more manageable package, we have stuff sacks. The ones we have are Sea to Summit, great brand. Really appreciate these. They're also waterproof, so if anything were to go in the drink, we're pretty much taken care of. We pack what we call our sleeping system in one of these. I think these are a size medium. We have one of the medium bags. So go ahead and go for it. So I've got my sleeping bag in here. I'm going to do a pretty good job of pushing down as much as I can right now. I am going to take my pillow, tuck that kind of a little bit off to the side, and then I grab my sleeping pad and I put that in here crossways. And this is the cool part where it all of a sudden gets nice and small. So the first thing I do is lean on it a little bit, try and get some of that excess air out, and then I'm going to tuck everything down even further. And the great thing is about these, like I said, is they are waterproof, so you want to make sure you keep everything nice and tight. When you're actually at the point where you're going to start doing your roll. So you just keep folding this over and over. Keep the excess air coming out, and eventually you'll break down so you can clip it. That's not all the magic though. Then you can use the essentially ratchet strap kind of system here. And what this does is it starts to make everything even more compact. So you want to go from all of the different angles, not just grabbing one side down at once. You want to try and make it as even as possible. One of the things about having our mats in here is that it does make it a little off kilter. So you can see it's a little bit strange, the angle, but having everything all in one place definitely outweighs that oddity for us. So there we go. Get it tucked down, nice and small. Next thing, of course, is proper clothing. So we take as little as possible when we go up there. After all, you have to carry it between all of the lakes on the portages, so it can get hefty at times, especially if you're on a longer portage or a rockier, more altitude, up and down, things like that kind of portage. It's always good to be as light as possible. We have basically one outfit that we wear on trail, and pretty much actually most of the time we have a pair of zip-off pants. These are really nice. They're very quick drying and you can zip them off right here, so you got shorts or pants. So each have one pair. The next thing, we make sure that we are wearing a quick dry shirt because you never know when you're going to be getting wet. You're always going to be wet till probably about your knees because of getting in and out of the canoe and everything, but it's also nice to just have quick dry everything else. This is one of my quick dry shirts. I keep a nice short sleeved one. I also have a long sleeved one. So as we're preparing, I'm getting my outfit ready for our first day on trail, and that is it. I got my Patagonia hat. I love this thing. I have it in a couple of different colors. It's really comfortable. I also love how the sides go down farther. When we're out on the four-wheeler, this is actually really nice at keeping the wind out of my face a little bit more because these come down farther, and the wind also does not blow it off of my head as easily because it's not able to sneak in there and blow it back. So, sidebar, four-wheeling tip. Okay, so I have everything ready to go on trail. I would show you my on-trail boots, but they are actually up in the cabin right now. I have a pair of Obos. They're really, really nice. You got that nice thick sole. You want to make sure they're a little bit taller. You got that ankle support because if you roll an ankle when you're out on the portage, it is not fun. So I wish I could show those to you, but I don't have them with. Additional is my in-camp clothes and also one long sleeve shirt that could be in camp or on trail. So let me show you what I have here. You can see I have a much smaller stuff sack for all of this. It does not take up very much room at all. So if we go in here, I have one pair of very small, very lightweight, not even sweatpants, but basically leggings. They're not super, super thin, so they do give me a little bit of warmth. They're not quick dry, but they would dry pretty quickly if I did get them wet. We also keep our towels in with all of our clothes. So we have one of those microfibers, small, quick drying, and it actually gets you pretty dry pretty quick. That's very, very convenient. It actually even has a little snap right here, so you can hang it over the clothesline like that if you'd like. So we each keep one of those in our packs. Have to have a swimsuit because even if it's really cold up there, several days on trail, you're going to want to hop in the water and at least cool off and get off some of the grease and everything. Something I mentioned in one of the other videos, but I want to state here again. It is extremely important that you keep the lakes clean. It is a pristine place, and it's so important that we respect that and take care of it like that. So if you buy some soap or something, I don't care if it's biodegradable or anything, do not wash in the lake. Biodegradable is great and all, but it's still going to pollute the water. So make sure you're following the rules and you're going 150 feet or more away from shore when you're doing your dishes, when you're washing yourself, or anything like that. So feel free to take a dip in, swim around a little bit, but do not wash yourself in the water. Okay, moving on. I do have one long sleeve shirt, also lightweight, quick dry. If it's a little bit cooler out, I might have this on when I'm out in the canoe. But our first day in, this will be thoroughly packed away, so I will just be wearing my short sleeve shirt. We bring 3 pair of warm socks. We don't bring any normal socks because your feet are going to be wet and they're going to be cold pretty much the whole time you're there. So we have 3 pair, pretty much no matter how long we're in. We typically just bring 3 pair with. You can rinse them off in the lake, throw them over the clothesline, and good to go. The one other thing I bring is a little bit warmer. This is just a nice, fairly quick dry, long sleeved fleece. That keeps me nice and cozy around the fireplace and hanging out in the evenings. So that is everything that I bring for clothes. I know, kind of crazy, right? It seems like you need a lot more out on trail, but you really don't. The one other thing, I guess I spoke too soon, you do need rain gear. That's something that's going to make your life a lot better. If it rains at all, it's nice to try and keep yourself as dry as possible. Also, a nice rain jacket, if it is cold, can really help keep all the wind off. It's just that extra layer to make you really nice and cozy, so you want to make sure you have a rain jacket. Also, I highly recommend you never go to the Boundary Waters without rain pants. they can make such a huge difference. Similar to the rain jacket, they can cut the wind and things like that, but if you're canoeing for 3, 4, 8 hours and it's pouring rain and you don't have rain pants, you're going to be a lot more miserable. So really encourage you to bring these. When I pack the rest of my gear up, I'll show you how I get it in a whitewater roll and everything like that, but I don't put all of this in there. I tuck that right down the side, and I'll show you how to do that just so it's nice and easy to grab if I need it. I do have my in-camp shoes here to show you. It's always nice to have 2 pairs of shoes when you have your on-trail shoes. You know, they're gonna be wet and they're gonna get soggy and everything. So when you get into camp, you wanna have something to switch out of, get your little pruny feet a little bit drier. So we bring these shoes. They are really nice. They have that nice thick sole. We always wear them in the water because you never know what kind of rock you're going to step on or anything. Your feet are one of your most important things when you're in the Boundary Waters. You walk on them between all of the portages, so it's really important that you are taking good care of them. So having a nice pair of in-camp shoes is also very, very important. So I'm going to get the rest of this kind of packed up a little bit. And also, I'm going to show you our tent. That is the last thing that we put in our personal pack. So this is a nice one. It's just a little 2-person tent. Not going to take it out or anything like that, but it's really nice. It's got a great rain fly and a really nice footprint, so it keeps all of the dew and things off the bottom of the tent when we are sleeping at night, not getting us all wet. So here we go. I'm going to get everything into the bag. All right, getting it all together. I put my sleeping system and my husband's sleeping system in here already. Next thing I'm going to do is grab our tent and stick that in. We have 2 nice light camp chairs that we like to bring with. Extra clothes going next. And we're going to finish it off with our whitewater roll. So my plastic is clearly a lot bigger than my bag, and the reason for that is not only will it keep water out, it will actually help this stay afloat if it does happen to go in the water. So when I roll this up really tightly, I'm going to leave some extra air in it so that it would keep afloat if that were to happen. I'm rolling it down just small amounts at a time to make sure that it's got a nice good seal. Get a little bit of air out, but again, not all of it. And then I grab the edges, and I'm going to give it a couple of good twists. And then I tuck those in front underneath all of the twists from above. And then I can end up getting this closed up tight. Before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about our packs. These are not what people traditionally think of when they think of Boundary Waters camping. What is called a Duluth pack has been the norm for eons. They're really, really quality, really nice packs. One of the advantages to them is that they are extremely lightweight. They don't add really anything additional to what you're carrying. The way they're shaped is also conducive to canoeing. They are much wider than what you see me carrying here and a lot shorter. That's really nice when you get in the canoe because you can just set it right across the middle. As long as you've packed it well, it's going to stay really well balanced. So it helps to keep the canoe stable and not rocking or anything too much. You're wondering why we carry these ones. This is a Frost River brand pack. I know I've mentioned several different brands while we're doing this, and I'm going to kind of wax poetic about these. I am not paid for anything. I'm not a sponsor of anything. So this is just something that I really appreciate. I think it's phenomenal quality, and I love using it. So Frost River is a great brand out of Duluth, Minnesota, and their bags are extremely sturdy. They are waxed canvas, so they do a great job of wicking off the water and keeping everything nice and dry. One thing that they do that is particularly excellent quality, they don't just make the canvas and then wax over it. The thread that they use is waxed, so it's really tightly woven in there, so it's extremely high quality. I love the leather that they use and the good buckles that they have here. Everything, I'm not going to show you really closely or anything, but the way everything is put on, all of the rivets and everything, very high quality. It's got good leather backing on the inside here too. It's going to stand for eons. I'm excited to pass this on to my nieces and nephews someday, and they can pass it on to further generations there. The other thing that I just love about it is it feels so traditional. I definitely feel like I'm more of a voyageur back, centuries ago when I'm carrying a pack like this. So high quality, durable, and kind of speaks to my spirit is a reason that we carry the Frost River. One last reason, I mentioned the shape of the Duluth pack is really great for the canoe. The ones that we have, this is one of the Isle Royale packs. We have multiple of them in all of the different sizes. The shape of this is longer and thinner. It's closer to that of a backpacking pack, and I really like that for when we're portaging. We a lot of times go on really long days. We go over lots and lots of portages. Some of them we even do a mile or a little bit more. There are a couple of really long ones in the Boundary Waters. So having something that's going to be really nice and comfortable for me carrying it is extremely important. So not only is the shape conducive to that comfort, these straps are awesome as well. They've got the thick leather, they've got padding, things like that. They're very easily adjustable for anything that I need. So I would encourage you to take a look at Frost River. Very high quality stuff, and it's just a lot of fun to have. So thank you for joining me, learning a little bit about how we pack what we call our personal pack when we're heading to Boundary Waters. Make sure you check out all the rest of our videos. I do have another one that I'll post about camping, packing all of our cook gear and everything like that. And who knows, maybe I'll have a couple other ones someday too about the Boundary Waters. So make sure you know about all of those by hitting the subscribe button and then that little follow bell icon so you get notified every time we put something up here. Check out our Instagram at the.mn.homestead where you can get daily updates on everything we have going on, except while we're in the Boundary Waters and off-grid. And lastly, we do have a blog, themnhomestead.com, and make sure you check that out so you can get updates on everything else that we have going on. We will see you next time up at the homestead.